Hey friends, it is another warm, sunny Arizona day, and I am in Santan Valley today at Soleo. This brand new master plan community has 3 different builders building here today. I'm going to be showing you some Tri Pointe Homes. They have amazingly 16 different floor plans to choose from. I am going to be showing you 8 today. Stay tuned, I'll be showing you some more in another video. But for today, we are going to be looking at a couple of massive 2-story homes. We're going to go upstairs so I can show you the view out the window from those, because you can see all of the amenities that are currently in progress here. And then we have a couple of 1-story homes as well. We're going to take a look at those amenities that they're currently building, drive through the neighborhood a little bit, talk about the HOA. So let's jump right in. All right, we are going to start at this Tipton floor plan. It is a 2-story home. We're starting here because I just thought this one had a lot of character. It has a bedroom on the first floor with a full bathroom, so if you know you're going to have guests that can't go up and down stairs, no worries, you're going to have that with this floor plan. This one has 2,778 square feet, 4 or 5 bedrooms, and 2.5 to 3 full bathrooms. It comes with a 3-car garage, and this one has a base price of $517,000. What's nice is that this community will include these pavers that you see in all of the driveways and walkways in the community. So it's nice to have that consistency throughout the neighborhood. This one has a covered porch, but the kind of porch you get depends actually on the elevation that you choose. And the elevation is the exterior finish that you're picking. I believe they have 3 elevations to choose from. So any of these floor plans could potentially have a nice covered porch for you if that's something you want. Okay, so coming into this home, on your right, we are gonna start over here. This is where you have that great bedroom right across from the bathroom. So again, you could have a guest stay down here if you wanted to. And they would have use of this beautiful bathroom and not have to worry about going up and down the stairs. Meanwhile, your family can be enjoying the privacy of having your own space up these stairs. And look at how pretty they are. You could decorate that railing for the holidays. That's what I'm always thinking about. This is a generous size living room. You could fit a big sectional in here pretty easily. This is called a waterfall island. This one is quite large. And you have lots of cabinet space and counter space in here because this is a model home. It is upgraded, so not all of this comes with your standard home purchase. For example, this gorgeous buffet that is built in over here, that's gonna cost you a little extra. Same thing if you wanna get this beautiful backsplash that they have that goes all the way up to the ceiling. Yeah, that's gonna cost you extra too. I don't even know if they would put in the plantation shutters for you. That might be something you have to do after the fact. You do get some great GE appliances, gas range. GE would be the brand I would choose if I was gonna get a package deal on my appliances. And you have this pantry over here, kind of goes at a corner, so that's a good amount of space, especially when you have all of this room with the cabinets. Before you go upstairs, let's just take a look outside real quick. This one actually has a swimming pool in the backyard. So coming out here, you have this nice covered patio. Eventually they're going to be selling this model home. If you want to get this exact home that already has the pool installed, let me know. I'll keep track of it for you. We can time it so that you can move here and have not only a brand new home, but a backyard that was just professionally designed. This is a smaller pool. Very refreshing. It's expensive to put in your own swimming pool these days, so that would be a great perk of buying a model home. Okay, let's go ahead and go upstairs, check out the amazing space up there, as well as the view that you get from these windows. Before we go up there, real quick, this is where you're gonna come in from your 3-car garage. And look at this. You have storage space from under the stairs, so that's where you're gonna put your Christmas tree or whatever things you need to store. As we go upstairs, I have to remind you that when you go to a new construction community to look at those model homes, you need to take your realtor with you on that first visit. Hopefully that's gonna be me. They're gonna want to register you, and when you do that, you waive your right to be represented by a realtor. And guess what? You don't pay me anything. I get paid by the builder, but I work for you. You're gonna need me if you're moving to Arizona. I'm telling you, I know all the ins and outs of buying new construction and resale, pros and cons of both. One of the things I love to do is find the builders that are offering the best rate incentives so that we can pay attention to what your monthly mortgage payment is gonna be and find the best deal. So this bedroom right here has this cute little nook by the window. Just a small little thing, but it adds some character to the house. You also get this nice walk-in closet with a window. Again, just a little bit of character added here and there. It makes a big difference for me. All right, going down here. This is the bathroom with double sinks. They did some really cute things with tile in all of their bathrooms in the model home. When you buy your home, you will be paying for any of the upgrades, or you might be choosing to get a spec home. What is a spec home? Well, first of all, let's look at this. Okay, so you can see they're building that clubhouse right there. There's a swimming pool that has no water in it right next to that. And then you have this huge lake. It will be stocked for catch and release fishing. You'll even be able to kayak on there. There's a playground on the other side of that. They're gonna have a climbing wall, a zip line. It's gonna be pretty cool. This room also has a walk-in closet. But getting back to a spec home, what is a spec home? That's a home that the builder is already in process of building. It's gonna be ready in a matter of weeks or months. And those are the homes that you really wanna pay attention to because they're gonna have the best rate incentives. If you are financing your house, it's gonna save you hundreds and hundreds of dollars to get a rate that is under 5% versus today's market rates, which are considerably higher. On those spec homes, they're also going to be willing to pay for your closing costs a lot of the times, as well as including all the appliances. The appliances that sometimes aren't included are the washer, the dryer, and the refrigerator. But on those spec homes, a lot of times they will include those. This shower kind of impressed me. It's different, right? I'm not sure what to think about it. I like how big it is. I like that it doesn't have a door. I wish this gray tile was white, but these are just fun little things to think about when you're touring a model home. It really makes no difference when you're buying your home because you're not going to be getting that anyway in your spec home. And you're going to be picking your own things if you're choosing to buy a lot and make all of your own selections. You got your double sinks. And when you come out here, so you can see the primary bedroom is right at the top of the stairs. That's also where your laundry room is. So very conveniently located over here. It does have a window that you can open as well for ventilation. Okay, so you got a little peek of the amenities that are being built here, but that's not all they're gonna be offering. we'll take a deeper dive into what the amenities are like after this next tour. But the HOA here is going to be $185. You're really getting a lot for that. Stay tuned. We're going to talk about that more. Behind me right here is the Artesa floor plan. It is very basic. You can see it just is pretty a minimalist vibe about it. This one has a base price of $465,000. It is 2,105 square feet. You can get 4 to 5 bedrooms in there, 3 full bathrooms, and a 2-car garage. Let's go inside. Okay, so I am a minimalist, or at least I like to think that I am. So there is something about a very basic, clean floor plan that is appealing, and at the same time, I also like character. I guess I need to make up my mind, right? I feel like this one does not have as much character as some of their other ones, but you be the judge. I think part of it for me is I don't care for the flooring that they put in this model home. So right off the bat, it just doesn't appeal to me. But these are the things that you have to overlook when you are touring homes. Even I have to remind myself to overlook some of these things and think beyond what is in front of my eyes. Realize I can pick different flooring and do different things with the design. You do have this bedroom in the front room. It's a little bit tighter, and it has just a small closet over here. But you do have a linen closet right here next to the full bathroom. So basically this front bedroom over here has its own space right here with the bathroom. And you do have a little nook over here by the entryway. This is where you're going to come in from the garage. Pretty close to that front door. And then you have this open room. They made it a sitting room. This would typically be a den, or you could make it into another bedroom if you need that. You know what? This has more character than I was remembering. You do have this area over here with 2 more bedrooms that have their own bathroom. And again, these are the smaller closets in here. So if you're someone who feels like you really like those walk-in closets in the secondary bedrooms, well, you can just pick one of the other floor plans. They have, like I said, 16 floor plans in this community just by this one builder. I do like that this bathroom over here has the double sinks, and it has the door over here for the toilet. So if someone is in there, you can still be, getting ready over here. And you have your laundry room right here. That's also where you come in from the garage. Or is it where you come in from the garage? No, it's not. I already showed you that. Okay, they have a closet in the laundry room. I've been seeing that more lately. Closets in the laundry room. Different. I'm not going to complain about that. You can never have too much storage. This is your pantry. These shelves are a little bit narrow on one side, but that's not a bad pantry. And in this one, you have the GE appliances again, but they put in an electric stove instead of gas. Again, if you chose this floor plan, I'm guessing they have the option to do gas, so I need to overlook things like that. And you need to overlook those things too when you're touring homes. It can be hard to visualize something different than what you see in the model homes, but you have to try. You have to try to do that. Be a visionary. This is a kind of a narrow primary bedroom, but it also is a little bit long, and you have this option to have a doorway going out to your patio. So I do like that. It's also nice that they do a good job with their showers. That's really important. At least for me, it's important. the first thing you do in the morning, or it's usually the last thing that you do before you go to bed and you're just kind of relaxing and unwinding, so. And this is a nice size shower. You're not wasting too much space, but it's bigger than is typical. And then in addition, they give you this linen closet, so, and you know what, that's pretty deep. Lots of space in there. This model home just has a regular, typical sliding door. I think that's probably the only option. I don't know if you can get a large sliding door on that wall or not. And just getting some ideas for what you might want to do with your dirt lot when you move in to a new construction home. Sometimes they will have some spec homes available that include the backyard landscaping, or some builders will even allow you to put in some desert basic landscaping before you move in, and they will wrap that into your mortgage payment. Usually those are priced around $6,000 to $8,000. Let's talk about that homeowners association fee. You are going to be paying $185 a month for the upkeep of the common areas and all of the amenities that they offer here. They are still building this community out, so they still have a lot of amenities to build. But here's what you're getting: a 2.5 acre lake, which you can see behind me, catch and release fishing, kayaking, a boat launch, so you really can make use of this lake. A massive playground, we'll take a look at that in a minute. You're gonna have both a regular pool plus a lap pool. You're gonna have 13 pocket parks. Those are smaller parks and playgrounds throughout the whole community, so that wherever you live, it can be a short walk taking your kids over to the playground. They're gonna have some zip lines, a climbing wall, and kind of like an events area where you can sign up if you want to have a birthday party or a special gathering. You're going to be able to do that here as well. So turning the camera around, you can see, I think this is like where you can fish, or maybe, no, not boat launch. They are going to have a boat launch, but I'm pretty sure that's not it. You know, they have some things that are growing over here. Once those get bigger, it's going to be very pretty. Off in the distance over there, there's a playground. We will check that out here in a minute. Lots of paths, so if you like going for walks, you have a dog, you have kids, or you just like to take a stroll with your significant other, you're gonna have some pretty things to look at. 2 buildings being built over here. I believe one is like the events clubhouse sort of thing, and one is probably for the swimming pool, which is going in right over here. There's really not too much to see over here. They are just working away in the warm Arizona afternoon here, getting your massive pool ready for you to move to Arizona. So this is how new everything is. They just got done pouring the concrete for the sidewalk that is going to be leading up to that playground. Let's see if I can find a way to get over there. All right, I pulled off the side of the road in an area where I probably shouldn't be parked, but I wanted to show you this playground, the things that I do for you guys. I am quite certain that no children have played on this playground yet, but they have these large boulders, trees planted all along here. This is kind of a main road along here, so you're going to want to keep your eye on your little ones. They don't need to be wandering off that way. This is a pretty cool playground. Going up to the top, just imagine the views that your kids have. There's the lake right over there. Lots of cool places to play. One benefit of getting in early is that typically builders are going to keep bumping up their home prices as they're building out a community. So you can gain equity in your house pretty quickly if you're one of the first ones into a new build community. Behind me right here is the Juniper floor plan, and then we're going to see another massive 2-story home that is over 3,800 square feet. But first, this pretty Juniper floor plan right here is 2,328 square feet. You get 3 or 4 bedrooms, 2.5 or 3 bathrooms with a 3-car garage. Base price on this one is going to be $500,000. There's something about this home that just feels very welcoming and homey. Again, they have this nice exterior. That's the elevation again. So if you like this exterior, you could get it on a different floor plan. The different elevations will come with slightly different price tags, but really it's pretty nominal. You're gonna be able to select whatever it is that you like. And let's check out this one. This one has flooring that I'm kind of partial to right now. See, I need to redo the flooring in my home, so I'm always looking at the flooring options now. This is a large square tile, very neutral, and the grout matches the tile. I have mixed feelings about grout, but I love the tile, I just don't like the grout. So someone needs to get both for me. Get everything I want in the flooring. Can I have everything I want with the flooring, tile, and no grout? All right, so you have this linen closet right here. That's right across from this really pretty bathroom. These natural wood tone cabinets are really in right now. And then back here, this is a full bathroom. So you also have the shower. Again, they do a great job with the tile in here. Let's look at this front bedroom. You can see out the window. They're working on that clubhouse over there actively right now. Standard size closet. And here's another bedroom with a standard size closet. You can really get creative with the way that you paint the bedrooms too, to just elevate the space. It's a great thing to just walk the model homes and look what they do with the paint choices and design choices, what they're hanging on the walls. Good ideas for when you move into your house, what you might want to do. In here, you have a coat closet right next to the open den, which you could make a bedroom if you need that extra bedroom. Right across from that open den, here's where you come in from the garage. You're gonna have the laundry room on one side. If you want, you can get it with a sink. A little drop space right here. And then you have your powder room, which also has a small closet in there. Okay, let's go out to the area where you're gonna be living, the kitchen and the dining room and the living room. Very open. Again, the natural wood tones are very popular right now. You have this beautiful gas range. And then as you're cooking and using the sink, whatever it is you're doing, you can be talking to the family, watching a movie, all hanging out together. You got your corner pantry. I do like corner pantries. They seem very practical and user-friendly. All right, we haven't checked the primary bedroom out yet. That's right over here. I love this. Before you get to your bed, you have your bathroom. So you each get your own sink. There is a nice size shower, plus you get the soaker tub. So I feel like they make a good use of this bathroom space. Some people really need to have that soaker tub because they use it all the time, but not all builders are offering that anymore. A lot of times you just have the option of the huge shower. And coming out over here, this is where you're gonna relax, get away from the kids and the day and work and get some rest. These windows on the side of the bed open and close. They are small windows, but you do get some good light in here, and you can have a door going out to the patio. Another thing that is popular are large slider doors. And there are all sorts of varieties that you can get. These are the kind that open from the middle, and you'll be able to have a screen so that you can open up those doors and not have the bugs coming in. And then there's also the type where it's more like 3 or 4 panels usually, and they kind of slide into each other. This is a nice covered patio, rectangular, kind of long, so there's quite a bit of room there where you can get out of the sun and into the shade. As we walk over to the next model home, I'll tell you, Santan Valley is on the far edge of the greater Phoenix area, and it used to be, you know, you'd say Santan Valley and it was like you were going to a whole another world. Well, now there is new construction happening everywhere. It is everywhere in Santan Valley. And the freeway, the 24 that they started, they have approved for that to go all the way down and service Santan Valley. It's probably going to take 10 to 12 years is my guess. They're going to be doing that in phases. But it's great news for the people in Santan Valley that that freeway system is going to come down here. You know there's going to be stores, there's going to be a Costco coming in closer, and getting in the early stages can be a wise financial decision. So let's check out this other home. Right behind me here is the largest home that we are going to tour today. This is the Safflower floor plan. This one has 5 bedrooms, 4.5 bathrooms, a 4-car garage, 3,802 square feet with a base price of $600,000. So the elevation of this one is a little bit more modern with clean lines, plus the landscaping in front is very much a desert vibe. That can really affect the way that you look at the house, whether you approach it and you're thinking, oh, I like this, or I don't. But just remember, you get to pick your elevation. You can change it to be something different on the outside. And if you imagine it with grass or turf in the front, it changes the whole feel of the house. So that's just a personal preference. But what really matters is if you like the floor plan. And that's why we're doing these tours. Coming into this home, we have this kind of nice foyer over here where the ceiling is still a lower level, but then as soon as you step over here, you have this kind of grand staircase over here, the loft up there. We're gonna go up there and take a look at that in a bit, but let's check out this right here. In the front of the house, you have a bedroom that has its own bathroom. So this is a great place when you have a guest that's coming to stay. You know, maybe this is a den most of the year and you have a Murphy bed or something, so your guest can stay down here and have their own bathroom. It does have this closet as well as a linen closet right outside the door here. This is really cute. It's like a mini door. If you have kids, you can turn this into like a secret playroom. Just change the door out for something different. And this goes all the way around here under the stairs, so it would be a cute, cute little playroom, or of course what most people are gonna do is use it for storage, especially if you're moving from someplace where you had a basement or you used your attic, because we don't have very many basement homes here. And people generally don't like to use the attic because it gets so hot in the attic that they don't really want to store stuff up there. Lots of room in here. Look at this nice buffet that they put in here as an upgrade. Very useful. Lots of storage over there, and would make a great place to put food and drinks. You also have your powder room over here. This is your half bath. And here's where you're gonna come in from that 4-car garage. And this is just a really large family area. So much room in here if you like to entertain or just have a movie night with your family and friends. It's just a great space in this floor plan for lots of people. It's roomy, you got lots of room. Plus you have this pantry back here. pretty large, a big sink here in the kitchen. They have the slider doors. Let's go check out and see what they did in this lot. So right away, you have some nice shade out here. You can see that they have the can lighting, but it's not pre-wired for a ceiling fan. I can't say many people enjoy having a ceiling fan outside. I don't know. A lot of times if they've been there for a few years, they start to warp and sag and it just doesn't look good anymore. This is a very modern, beautiful fire feature, I believe. And they did desert landscaping, but you can see very clean lines on this home right here. Has a modern vibe to it. As we go upstairs to check out the other rooms, I'm gonna try to sell myself to you again, shamelessly. I love doing this. I love finding new construction homes for my clients right now for a number of reasons. One, I consider myself an expert. I have so much knowledge about all of the communities in the area, about all of the builders, the pros and the cons, and especially finding the best deal. I always am looking for the best incentives, the best rates, figuring out what your monthly mortgage payment is gonna be, taking into consideration the HOA fees, knowing if there's gonna be any extra taxes for the community. All of those things matter. And again, you don't pay me for that. I get paid by the builder. And really one of the most important things when you're moving here from out of state is that you're picking the right area. Having lived in Arizona for over 30 years now, in different parts of the valley, I really can tell you what each part has to offer and what I might recommend for you specifically depending on your work situation, your family situation. A lot of times clients just don't even know what to ask. I'm not trying to be insulting, but don't even know what to ask or what is possible. I'll give you an example. I had clients coming in town who wanted a home, a resale home, in a no HOA community so that they could build a casita for their dad someday. There was new construction homes not that far away that already had a casita built into it. The rate was so low on that house that they got a brand new home at the same mortgage payment that had a casita already with it. It was such a better option for them. And she has probably no less than 5 times messaged me about thank you for not giving up on sending us to a new construction community because they were resistant to it. I had to ask them at least 4 times. Let's just go check it out. I'm gonna try to really help you broaden your horizons, know what's possible, get you the best deal, hopefully get you something better than you even would have expected. All right, this is cool. This is the laundry room and it connects to the primary bedroom. So here's where you're going into the primary bedroom, which is nice and roomy. This is a crazy big shower over here. The bathroom is like it's a whole other section of the house. It's so big. You each get your own sink with a nice amount of counter space. You have this linen closet right here. But this shower is huge. You get a little view of your neighborhood from your shower and, you know, the neighbor's roof. But this is very wide. The only puzzling thing about it is that they only have one shower head. They should have a shower head coming down from the ceiling. I'm sure you can put one in as big as that shower is. Your closet is right across from the primary bathroom, and this is enormous as well. Plus, the cool thing is that it connects to that laundry room. So very easy in your everyday living. Plus you have this extra space over here. So, you know, extra room if you just want to put your bags or your shoes or hats, whatever, in that part of the laundry room. Very practical. This is a nice big primary retreat. I imagine someone who has a house this big probably has kids. Well, this is where you're gonna get away and have some peace and quiet. Let's put up a map so you can see exactly where we are today. We are in Santan Valley at Soleo, and Santan Valley, you would probably be shocked driving through here how many new construction communities are going up all over the place. It's amazing. So let me help you navigate all of that and find the right one if you're interested in this area. It is an affordable area because it is so far on the edge of the greater Phoenix area, but with that freeway, the 24 coming down here in the next 10 or so years in phases, and just all of the residential and the stores coming here as well as schools, getting in early can really be a benefit. So if you have kids and you're moving here, there is a brand new American Leadership Academy. This is a charter school that is not too far away. So it is a tuition-free school because it's technically a public school, but charter schools are usually a little bit higher achieving. I've only heard great things about American Leadership Academies so far, but maybe you already have another school district in mind or a specific school, or maybe EVIT. I've had clients who wanted that for their kids. Let me know. This is one topic I love to talk about with families who are moving here, with the kids that are still going to school. I know it is a top priority for parents, so let me help point you in the right direction. Here's my contact information. Don't hesitate to reach out. That's why I'm here. They do have some of the grassy areas put in, but going up and down the streets, you're going to see a lot of this. You're going to see a lot of dirt lots because they are just right in the beginning stages. If you are thinking about moving to the greater Phoenix area, it doesn't matter if you are years or months away from doing that. It is never too soon to start planning ahead. Or maybe you're ready to move very soon. I am not too busy to help you, even last minute. That's why I'm here. So here's my information. Reach out. It's the only way that we can connect so that I can help you find your next home right here in sunny Arizona. I hope to hear from you soon.